Dakota Johnson didn't just walk into the spotlight, she glowed into it. It was her first major public appearance since the quiet but very real breakup that the internet had been whispering about for weeks. Yet instead of looking drained or heartbroken, she stepped onto the red carpet with a radiance that felt almost defiant. Her hair softer, her eyes brighter, her smile the kind that comes only after shedding something heavy. Cameras flashed wildly, fans gasped, journalists murmured. Dakota's glowing, something has changed. Her dress didn't help calm the chaos. Sleek, effortless, impossibly elegant, it framed her like a woman reborn. Not someone recovering from heartbreak, but someone rediscovering herself. And the internet noticed instantly. TikTok edits flooded in within minutes. Slow-motion clips of Dakota laughing, flipping her hair, embracing friends she hadn't seen in months. The comment sections exploded with messages like, "Breakup looks good on her," and "She's thriving and he's somewhere punching the air." But what truly sent fans spiraling was a candid video taken behind the scenes. Dakota, surrounded by friends, threw her head back in laughter, genuine, loud, carefree in a way she hadn't been in years. One friend nudged her teasingly and Dakota blushed, covering her face with her hands. It was the kind of joy that felt lighter, freer, as if she had closed a door she should have closed long ago. Very quickly, speculation began circulating about what exactly led to the breakup. Tabloids reported conflicting stories. Some claimed Dakota had been emotionally drained, others said she had realized she was sacrificing too much of herself. One insider even claimed Dakota had reached a moment of clarity during a recent project, that she suddenly understood she couldn't keep carrying a relationship that no longer supported who she was becoming. She chose herself, the source said. And the internet applauded. But then something happened that no one saw coming, something that flipped the entire narrative upside down. Just hours after Dakota's shining appearance went viral, Jamie Dornan posted something. He hadn't been active in weeks. He rarely broke silence without reason. So when a new photo appeared on his Instagram, fans nearly combusted. It wasn't an ordinary photo. It was a quiet, emotional black and white shot of him staring off into the distance with a caption that read, "Timing is a strange thing." The internet exploded immediately. The timing was too perfect, too pointed, too deliberate. Why post that on the exact night Dakota appeared glowing after her breakup? Fans swarmed the comments, demanding answers, reading between every line, every pixel, every breath of that image. Was Jamie sending a message? Regretting something? Acknowledging something? Missing someone? Then another detail emerged. A paparazzi clip surfaced showing Jamie arriving at a studio earlier that day. When asked how he was doing, he gave a polite smile, but when a reporter casually mentioned Dakota's name, Jamie paused. A real pause. His smile faltered for half a second, and he asked quietly, "How's Dakota doing?" The reporter was stunned. Fans were stunned. The internet detonated. Within minutes, theories multiplied. Some believed Jamie was checking in out of old friendship. Others insisted he was acting out of guilt or lingering affection. A more dramatic faction claimed Jamie's heart had always been more tangled with Dakota than he let on, and her glow-up was triggering a reaction he didn't expect. Meanwhile, insiders whispered that this wasn't just coincidence. They insisted Jamie had seen Dakota's appearance before making that post, that he had watched the clips, that he knew exactly what the world was saying. And instead of ignoring it, he chose to act boldly. By morning, a narrative had taken hold online. Dakota wasn't glowing only because she had walked away from a painful breakup. She was glowing because she had stepped into a new chapter of clarity, confidence, and self-worth. But Jamie's sudden, emotional move made fans question something deeper. Was Dakota truly glowing from letting go? Or was someone from her past suddenly lighting a spark she thought she buried? The questions only grew louder when Dakota Johnson appeared at a follow-up event 2 days later. Reporters avoided the breakup topic at first, but it didn't matter. Everyone was watching her reactions closely. And when one journalist gently asked, "Have you seen Jamie Dornan's post?" Dakota froze for the slightest second. It was tiny, barely perceptible, but unmistakable. Her smile faltered, her eyes softened, and she looked down before answering with a carefully controlled laugh. "I don't really keep up with that," she said, but the tremor in her voice suggested otherwise. The internet immediately caught the micro-expression and slowed it down frame by frame. Fans insisted her reaction was too genuine, too emotional to be random. Some said she looked nostalgic. Others thought she looked conflicted. Many believed she was hiding a complicated truth, not about the breakup, but about Jamie's unexpected and strangely timed move. Something about his post had shaken her more than she wanted to admit. Meanwhile, Jamie Dornan's bold move kept generating shockwaves. Analysts, gossip blogs, and fan accounts all dove deep into what his caption really meant. Timing is a strange thing. Fans interpreted it in 100 different ways. Was he implying regret? Was he hinting at missed chances? Was he responding to Dakota's glow-up directly? Or was he confessing something he had kept to himself for years? One thing was clear. The post was not random. Not when it came minutes after Dakota's radiant re-emergence. More fuel was added when a paparazzi video captured Jamie at a cafe speaking with a colleague. Though the audio was faint, one sentence was decipherable. "I just hope she's okay." The internet erupted again. If Jamie was referring to Dakota, and most fans believed he was, then his concern wasn't casual. It sounded personal, heartfelt, almost protective. A close industry insider soon hinted that Dakota's glow wasn't just about freedom after a breakup. It was about release, from something heavy she'd been carrying for a long time. She finally let go of something unfinished, the insider said. When pressed on whether that something involved Jamie, the insider simply smiled and refused to comment. The ambiguity only intensified the drama. Then came the revelation that rewired everything. A highly trusted source leaked that Dakota and Jamie were seen meeting privately backstage after her big red carpet appearance, just hours before Jamie posted his cryptic message. According to the source, they spoke for nearly 30 minutes. No agents, no cameras, no interruptions. The conversation was described as quiet but emotionally charged, with Jamie appearing tense and Dakota visibly guarded. One bystander reportedly overheard a fragmented exchange. "Dakota, you can't show up like this, not now." "Jamie, I didn't plan any of this. You know that." The internet nearly combusted. What did he mean by show up like this? Why was Dakota unsettled? What history between them was suddenly resurfacing? After that meeting, Dakota was seen adjusting her makeup in a mirror, blinking away what looked like tears. Jamie exited separately, walking fast, his jaw clenched, his hands shaking slightly. The image of two people walking away from the same conversation, one shaken, one hurting, became an instant viral meme titled, "Unfinished Business." When Dakota was later asked on a podcast if she believed some connections don't disappear, she paused for a long, aching moment before answering. "Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they follow you, even when you think you've moved on." Fans immediately linked the quote to Jamie. Her tone, soft and vulnerable, only strengthened the theory that his bold move had stirred emotions she thought she'd put behind her. Jamie's next interview added gasoline to an already blazing fire. Asked about the timing of his now infamous post, he gave a half smile, sad, almost nostalgic, and replied, "Some things hit you at the wrong time, or maybe the right one. Depends how you look at it." He didn't elaborate. He didn't need to. The world connected the dots for him. And suddenly everything clicked. Dakota's glow wasn't just about reclaiming her spirit after a breakup. It was about confronting a part of her past she thought was buried. And Jamie's move wasn't random. It was intentional, emotional, and impossible for her to ignore. Now the internet is consumed by a single, electrifying question. Is Dakota glowing because she let go of the past? Or because the past just knocked on her door again, with Jamie Dornan's name written all over it?